That was great. Good morning. As the disco ball of this world turns, how you getting down? How you boogieing? How are you? Good morning. We're having coffee with Nix this morning, aka Alexis Champagne. And if you're into books, there's Inside Gossip by Alexis Cisco. Voila, it's me. How are you this morning? Happy birthday. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing today? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hopefully you had a great weekend. Hopefully you are all allergy prepared because this year is going to be a whopper. I can tell from Alex's allergies, this is going to be serious. Remember to definitely transfer when you get into the house from street clothes to your home clothes. Wash your hands, wash your face. Okay. Keep things clean. Wash the surfaces. Don't forget to hose down your stuff that's in your yard every so often so that you can keep those allergies down from building up in your system. Make sure you're taking all of your allergy meds as instructed and drink plenty of water. Happy, happy spring equinox. How are you? Good morning. Hopefully, you're doing very, very well. You got some sleep. You are ready for this Monday. Happy Monday. And you've got some things done. Ooh, this coffee is good. We're going to start off in Psalms 21. I'll wait for a second because everybody's just now getting their notifications. I just got on. It usually takes a few. How are we doing today? Happy birthday to those who are having a birthday. Congratulations to those who have had celebrations. And congratulations to those who are getting engaged or are thinking about it. And my condolences to those who have gone through losses, and prayers going out for those who need prayers at this time because people are getting sick, have been getting sick. Also, let's be prepared as things are changing. There's a changing of the guard, as I keep saying. There are some leaders that are finding out that they need to be followers. There are some little Indians that are finding out that they cannot be chiefs. Also, in the standing, there are some chiefs that are finding out that they do much better as Indians because that amount of responsibility will make anyone kind of resentful, even a little bit, even if they're getting paid enough. That type of responsibility can make a person resentful, especially if they're the ones that are just pushing the rules. They don't even make the rules themselves. It can definitely make a person resentful. So, I don't know if you have a supervisor that you don't care for or you do care for, but it's none of my business. I'm just telling you that's how the thing is going. All right. So, if you crash out a little bit, make sure it's worth it. Can you live with it? Can you live with it? Okay. Good morning to those who have just come in. Hello, 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 hello. Oh boy. Hopefully everybody, it feels okay. It feels cool. It feels cool. Fun fact that I found out this weekend, even though I kind of thought it, I just didn't never say it, but then I got the story, right? So we do know Prince is one of my birthday twins. He's in May, right? He's a Gemini. But I didn't know he was so dark, right? So we know he gives love and light and everything, right? But in his earlier years, he was pretty dark, during the time, the Purple Rain times. And we didn't know that he was straddling the fence back in Purple Rain times, right? He was straddling the fence. So, Prince and Morris Day. Everybody knows about these guys. They were the two light skinned cuties back in the day with all the women, the good hair, and everything, right? All the dance moves, right? All the singing, all the talent, right? However, a lot of us saw them as two different people. Me, I've always saw them like, why are they so much alike? But they're like night and day. And it's funny because now I know Morris Day was a name that somebody came up with. And guess who that somebody was? Prince. I didn't know that Prince had actually designed and signed and patented Morris Day. But the funny thing about it is, if you go back even before that time, they were childhood friends and they'd grown up together through the years. And Morris didn't like Prince at first. Morris didn't like Prince because Prince was dark and brooding. And the thing about it is, Prince already had some things going on at home. He had a lot of things going on internally. But the thing about Prince was he was already ahead of his time. And he didn't know. I'm talking about Morris Day. Morris didn't know what was going on with Prince. All he knew was that that guy was very quiet and very weird, because Prince would sit and he would just stare at him and he would look at him. But a lot of people did not know what was going on in Prince's mind. Turns out the genius that Prince was back in the day, he actually saw a lot of talent in his arch enemy. He saw that he had spunk, he had character. He did things that Prince wasn't necessarily ready to do, and he had the bravado that Prince wanted and desired to show out, but he was too shy and too traumatized to display these things. So later on in life, when they came across each other in talent, Prince decided to groom Morris Day as his alter ego, and this is why they so closely resemble. But there's so much difference between the two. One is a futuristic romantic, and the other is like the playboy of the year. He's like a showstopper. That's what Morris Day was. He had the bravado, he had the machismo, and he had the spunk that Prince appreciated, and Prince also had, but he wasn't very inclined to display these things. Even though we did quite see it as he got older, he had to mature into those things. But who knew that Morris Day was the key to that? So in this, we're talking about the transference and the projection of talent and friendship. See, they never had friendship, they always had rivalry, but the thing that brought them together was the talent and the ego. See, they reflected each other a lot alike in ego, and this is why they couldn't be together. Have you ever seen someone get near somebody and they say, you know what, we're too much alike, we'll never make it? It's true, it's true. Sometimes the person that hates you because they see things in you that they have. They just aren't able to display them, and they aren't able to pull them out or express them. So sometimes a person will get so miserable inside themselves that they decide that the person most like them has to be their enemy, because they're doing things that they want to do, but they can't. So in a sick, twisted way, they feel as though they've been taken from by the person who so freely lives. It's blatant insecurity, it's projection, it's misdirected anger, and a lot of things. But what it isn't is healthy. So when you feel these urges and these things, you need to separate yourself from that person if you feel as though that person is living a life that's unfair to you. Hey, everyone has a right to live life the way that they see fit. It's really not a personal affront to you if someone is living a life and you feel as though they don't deserve it. Hey, you're not God. You can't tell a person what they deserve and what they don't deserve. Because guess what? The same person can turn around and say that you don't deserve to have an opinion. Your words are falling on deaf ears. You understand? So be prepared when you want to discount and strip a person away from things. There are a lot of people that probably want to strip and discount you for things. And they're probably right. It all depends on how you're handling life. See, a lot of these things in life really, really depends on how you react to them. You can't be crashing out at every moment because of your entitlement. You're the only one that feels as though you deserve it. And unfortunately, for a lot of us, there are people in this world who will try to make you prove that you deserve this or that, because they don't have their hands in their feet or their eyes on their own paper and in their own business, and definitely they're not in their own lane. So I'm not saying that you have to understand these people. What I'm saying is you have to understand your relativity to some people's anger. Sometimes you have nothing to do with it. They're just projecting, and they see a person and they see a target and they have to target it, because if they were to actually go out in the world, they'd fold like origami. So they have to find somebody. Trust me, people know who to try it with. And sometimes people don't. And sometimes they have to learn a lesson from trying you. And that's okay. Just make sure it's at the last resort that you have to do something, because a lot of people, they're miserable and they want to trick you out of your spot. They want to get you locked up, jailed. They want to see you in bad situations because they get tired of seeing you in situations that they can't put themselves in. And that's the truth of the matter. Some people don't like you because you can get into a situation that they can't find themselves in. It's a fact. Uh, so did we do this or did we not? Let's do it. Psalms 21, okay? All right. The king shall joy in thy strength, O Lord, and in thy salvation. How greatly shall he rejoice! Thou hast given him his heart's desire, and hast not withholden the request of his lips, Selah. For thou preventest him with the blessings of goodness. Thou settest the crown of pure gold on his head. He asked life of thee, and thou gavest it, even length of days forever and ever. His glory is great in thy salvation, honor and majesty hast thou laid upon him. For thou hast made him most blessed forever. Thou hast made him exceedingly glad with thy countenance. For the king trusteth in the Lord, and through the mercy of the Most High he shall not be moved. Thine hand shall find out all thine enemies, thy right hand shall find out all those that hate thee. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in time of thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of men. For they intended evil against thee. They imagined a mischievous device, which they are not able to perform. Therefore shalt thou make them turn their back, when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon thy strings against the face of them. Be thou exalted, Lord, in thine own strength, so will we sing and praise thy power. Amen. All right. And it is that shall be. And I ain't got to say a lot because it's been said. It's been said. Good morning, good morning, good morning for those who are here. Good morning. Oh, don't worry about some of the rude things that you may see in the chat. There are some human traffickers that would love to get a hold of some of the chosen ones. They would like to sell us for our body parts, our minds, our likeness, our what intellect, our property, all sorts of things. So don't mind the racketeers and the Monday launderers. They trying to cover bills on our asses, literally. And for the ones that are on the low rung, they're just trying to cover some necessities because they've been bribed to come here and harass the chosen ones. So happy scouting, whatever it is you guys call yourselves doing. Oh, yes, the ones that are trying the hardest are looped into some type of contract where they have to try to drive me crazy or drive you crazy or drive some people crazy so that they can get paid to still be on this earth doing worse stuff to people. You know, some of them are just trying to steal your identity. Some are just trying to get some benefits in your child's name, a couple of bills. Some are just trying to get a VPN from you. No, not a VPN, a CPN from you. My bad. Private credit number, whatever that is. Yeah, so don't mind some of the harassers, because They come because they have to try to figure out how they going to put that bippity bop on you so that they can like steal something from you. And the most times that they do it right after they try to defame your character or they tell a bunch of people some stuff, lies, blatant lies on you. They have to do that because if they can get you to vibrate low enough, they could just steal all your shit. Yep. Yep. I'm learning every day. And the main culprit is like a HVAC guy and a retiree who hates children, who hates her children. So they just basically put a bunch of life insurance policies and then bribe everybody and tell people that they're going to get a cut of it if they can manage to do this, that, and the third. So don't mind them. They're just working for the devil. Okay. All right. Okay, so we've got strength in Five of Cups. We've got 85, 58. Someone's 58 or 85. We've got Leo and Scorpio out here, and we've definitely got feminine energy. So there's a feminine energy Leo who's trying to be resilient as she looks at the last few plays that she has. So someone has a gold heart, a puffed out gold heart on a chain. So maybe this is a man with feminine tendencies. Maybe he's just really bitchy, really quarrelsome when he doesn't get his way. And basically, he wears the heels in the relationship. He might not be gay, but he's definitely more of the feminine energy. The woman that he has actually is the stronger one. Although when it comes to him and his hissy fits, that's what makes her weak. That's the only thing that makes her weak. So there's a female out here that's strong and she's very strong and resilient, but the time that she's not strong is her mate. Her mate is her weakness. Her mate is her kryptonite. There is a very, very strong woman who, for some odd reason, everything is great about her except this man. Look at the heart. You see it? This is how he has her. She's on a string. She has no idea whether she gave that heart to him or he got that heart. I don't know. To me, she gave that heart to him. And he wears the heels in the house. It's funny because I was just talking about Prince and Morris Day, and those guys were not the tallest, so they wore heels to make their bodies appear longer on stage. They had stage presence. And remember, Morris Day was the alter ego to Prince. So pretty much a lot of the things were the same, except some of the silhouette. While Prince took on more of an androgynous role, I'm swallowing. So something good and bad is happening at the same time. So even though he was more on the androgynous side, Morris Day was on the masculine machismo side. So he wore the big shoulder pads. He wore the Zeus suits. You see what I'm saying? He wore the big overcoat with the tapered pants. You understand? So like I said, someone is being strong because they're trying to hide the fact that the man is their weakness. They're strong to everyone else. They are damn near the devil in everyone's life except this man. And they don't really understand why. This man has binded you, ma'am. And you're silly enough to think that you are in control. He lets you be in control because if you feel as though you're in control, you'll pay for more. And that's your TED Talk. He gives you the illusion of being in control because you hold the purse strings. But when Debo gone, he be talking again. Yikes. 53, somebody's 53, 35, 53 and 35. Oh my gosh. All right. So you be talking again. You be talking again. All right. So I hope you're not paying all the bills in your house and making this man look good. And he has a tendency to go upside your head when nobody's looking. I hope to God that your strength extends to your hands, your feet, your nails in the kitchen, if this man puts his hands on you, especially, and I don't promote violence, but you are not supposed to be paying for your torturer to come and torture you and then taking pictures on the beach and smiling as though that shit is cool. You, my dear, are extending yourself into not only that person's karma, but you're extending your karma by accepting that. God never said be a fool. God never said lay down and be dormant while somebody walks over you. So if you call yourself strong and you call yourself dominating other people, why aren't you dominating the person that's got their foot on your neck? That's for somebody specific. You want to come out and dominate other people, but you can't dominate the one person who has the foot on your neck and is making you look like an idiot by way of you trying to smile, knowing that this person tortures you in your life behind closed doors. How dare you come out and be bravado in public when you're not even bravado behind closed doors? I'm not saying get yourself hurt in the process of trying to prove anything, but if you need to prove anything to anyone, it is to God and yourself that you love yourself enough to leave. There are people and there are resources to go to if you can't do it and you're not strong. But 9 times out of 10, the home is yours because you're paying majority of the bills. The home is yours because you do the majority of the cleaning. And the fact of the matter is, if that is a man that you are with, and this is for somebody specific, if that is a man that you are with, what did he bring to give you to make your life easier? And don't say a job. And don't say a suitcase. Because we're women in 2026, you can get a job. You can create your own opportunities. This right now is your opportunity to really reflect on yourself and ask yourself, why are you He-Man Hulk to everyone else except your capture, your torturer, your oppressor, who you want to kiss on and hug on every day and make merry with when this person has wrecked your heart and your brain? Just a question. Anywho, what up, what up, what up? What's going on? I just thought of Martin. Get to stepping. Get to step. March, march, march. Somebody need to get somebody the marching papers. You can't be so quick to be out there arguing with strangers when your house is in danger. So someone needs to watch their pinnacles, watch out, guard your credit cards, your prepaid cards, anything, your accounts, your wallet, your virtual wallet, everything, because the scammers are scamming. They're scamming in different languages. And we know that the state did contract a lot of things out. Before I left the state, I used to get pissed off, right? Because during COVID, we took a lot of training courses. And halfway through the training courses, I would have to think about my passport. Reason why is because it would go from some kind of English to I'm smelling spices and shit while I'm working and I'm not working. I'm not eating. You understand? That's how thick the accent got over time. So I want to believe that there are some things through the state system that got compromised via the contract and the contractors that they did sign to do some training, that virtual training. I think on the other end of those people were siphoning out informations and codes and encrypted codes via the internet and the email. So I think that the government has been compromised on several occasions by outsourcing and contracting certain people to teach certain things. Okay. Like I said, I was in one of those classes and the lady started out speaking pretty good at first, but by the time we finished, I was sure that I was going to be eating a Turkish delight. I was sure I was going to be in Afghanistan. I was very sure that I should be using a mortar and pestle and I should be grounding up some cumin and some marsala and everything of that nature. And I'm not to say that those spices aren't wonderful and beautiful, but what I'm saying to you is I live in America, and I was dealing with a very sensitive job. So the thing about it is when you find out that there are people that are in third world countries and other countries and they're very intricately linked into your job, you have to really think about that. You think about the politics, you think about um Democrats, Republicans, and you think about the terrorism that has been done in this country, and you just wonder how much outsourcing is safe before you're compromised. And remember, we have God and Beyonce's internet. Like a lot of things is happening right now as far as the scamming is concerned. These people have gotten very intelligent. They have people calling you to tell you that you've been affected, that you've been hacked, only to be hacked by them. And they have an intricate team. And these people are using AI. They're using their printers. They're using whiteout. They're using anything not to go to work. They're using anything to get more money. You want to know why things are being astronomically priced and sized down? Because everyone is freaking stealing one way or another. And I'm trying to figure out, when are we going to realize that maybe if everybody didn't want to be rich at the same time, maybe if everybody just cooled out on having all the extra until everybody else gets their portion, maybe we have a better stake in the place. I hate to see a bunch of abandoned houses. No one lives in them, right? The abandoned ones, not the ones that people already lived in. See, people want things that other people have. They don't want the things that are available. They don't want to fix up the things that, that they could handle. They don't want their portion. They want your portion. And that's the problem. People don't want the things that they deserve. They don't want their weight in wealth. They don't want their weight in work. They want your weight in work. They want what you got. They want that thing that they saw that they didn't work for. And that's the issue here. Everybody's kind of gotten out of their own lane, and they're so busy telling you stay in your lane that you don't realize they're in five fucking people's lanes. And they're telling you, if you're not like this, you got to get like that. Do that. And you're so messed up and your nerves are so jacked up from trying to jump in. Oh, I got to do this. Oh, I got to do that. That you don't even realize you was cool. It was them that was out of order. Pipe down, pipe down. You don't need 10 lanes as one human being. You need your lane and you need to stay in it. And you don't need all the money. You need enough to be comfortable. And if by way your talent is like it's supposed to be, you gonna get there. But to keep hacking and shack-a-lacking and doing all of these bippity bops to try to get somewhere, do you know that you make it uneven for someone else? And eventually, like the world is round, it comes around to you. It might not come around to you in this life, but it might come around to your parents. It might come around to your kids. It might come around to your favorite auntie. And it might come around to you when you're hanging out at the last minute. Because guess what? The same way you wanted to make it unfair, somebody else wants to make it unfair too. So if we stop pushing around the unfairness, eventually we'll come around to fairness. But right now, the world is round and the green grass grows all around and around, and the green grass grows all around. The world is not flat. The world is indeed round. Is it going in a straight axis? Oh, so not, because we have seen how the globe has been tilted a bit. So we do know that the retrograding and the axis and the spiraling of the world is not linear, it is a spiral from inertia and kinetic movement. If you've ever stirred a cup of tea, if you've ever stirred a cup of coffee, The world is reenacted in very small ways in which you could see. You just haven't noticed or put or applied. Okay. It's almost the same way as the spiral in the middle of your son's head if you should ever get him a haircut. Everything in correlation. So, what we have here is some people are celebrating, they're going toward that equal give and take in the universe. We have some Knights of Wands, men or female, who are rushing to cut off the things that they know need to be gone. And they're trying to save themselves, which is good. Kudos to those who have now taken the journey on to save themselves, because who else is going to do it? Then we have people moving on to calmer waters. Some people are going into isolation, which is great. Like I said, watch out for those pentacles. Not only is it tax season, and April the 15th is Wednesday. Not only is it tax season, you have to understand some people are on a deadline. I just saw on the YouTube the other day that they were saying that some institutions, large institutions, have 30 days. They had 30 days from last month or something to, excuse me, round up their businesses and show their books. They need to show where the money is going, because there's billions and billions of dollars that are misplaced, and they're not misplaced. They're in our face. The people that are wielding the money, they're in our face and they're saying, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know, what money, what account, what account. They're like, I don't know. And they've got their hands, they're like this, right? So they've got to show some receipts soon. And that's a trickle down. I don't know if you understand that. The world is definitely a big old Ponzi scheme. Somebody gets a lot of it, somebody disputes it, somebody delegates the job so that people could get the money, and boom, it all trickles down to little old us. And we've got to figure out how to do and mimic on a small scale what they're doing on a big scale. And some of us definitely tried to make the model. However, stepped on some toes, crossed some I's, definitely messed up some T's, and got people caught up from the smallest ring to the biggest ring. They've gotten people caught up because they don't have the protection nor the lawyers. Right now, this is a big old monies and lawyers game. The thing about my book actually covers everything. And I mean everything. And it was divine timing that I should come across it. Remember, I came across it walking up the road. I was walking up the street and I saw books on the ground. Remember, it was Questionable Joe was the book that I saw on the ground when I was walking by. I didn't pick the book up. I just looked down at it and I kept walking. I was walking past a Catholic church. So we do know that religion does play a part in all this. Like the Vatican. Do you know that the Vatican has some great fabrics? That red is hand dyed. Everything about the Vatican is expensive and is very, very impressive. Everything is picked out specifically. The designs are intentional. Yeah, confirmation. I think I've hit the right way. Um, it's very intentionally laid out that way. And should I say it? Don't get too deep into it. Okay, so a lot of the times when we think of the Vatican, we think of the Vatican as just a place of prayer, right? A place of peace, a place of reverence. But we haven't really understood this thing the way that we should be understanding these things. See, we tend to get so arrogant in our knowledge that we forget that there are other things that we need to know. And the one little small part that I am going to provide for you today, yeah, I'm going to say it. The Vatican is part of our defense system. I don't know if you know that. That is indeed why it is important. This is indeed why we always have the Pope say something. This is indeed why they get paid the big bucks to stay in there in their garments, because they have specific things in which they have to do. So I don't know if anyone noticed that, but You think you're the only one with the science and the devices. You think you're the only ones with these things. We have them on a big, big scale, on a much, much larger scale. And I know what you've been taught a lot of the years about church and state being separate, but where has it been separate? Where has it ever been separate? So we're going to wheel back and let you sit on that information for a few. All right. So, yes, those guys, those old guys in those robes, there's a reason for that. And there's a reason why they're part of this country. I just thought it would be nice to let you know what part they played. They're in our defense system. And for those who know, they know there's nothing more powerful than the proper prayer. Order in the court. Someone feels convicted. And we do. And we do. Long as we know how righteous he can be. Long as we know how righteous he can be. Woo, and what an example he can set if you only get out his way. It's a tanker coming through, baby. It's a tanker coming through, and I can feel it. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. They are, sir. They are. They are, sir. They are. Yes, yes, yes. So we've got the Prince and the Moorish Day. I don't know what made me go back and refer to it because we just got finished talking about some heavy hitters. And it's heavy handling that we're dealing with. But it's the alter ego for me, is what I needed to talk about. There's somebody who displays being a very humble and good person. This person likes to give gifts and feed people and make merry around the people that they know they have to make merry with because they need them in the pocket for the things that they do later on. Okay, so there's a person who's basically has a good reputation because they made it that way. Even though behind closed doors, they play in witchcraft, they lie, they talk, they gossip, and they divide. They divide, divide, divide. They let no cousin stay near no cousin. They let no brother stay near no brother. They let no wife stay near no husband. And they don't like friends. But the illusion that they give brings everyone together. The reason why being is because they need to be in everyone's place. They need to be in everyone's, they need to have their hands in everyone's pot because this person is a social engineer. They've given up a long time ago trying to be a good human being because they've been treated badly from childhood. They decided that from childhood, everybody would be their enemy and everybody would pay. There are lots of people that are out here like that, that want to see the world burn because their world was altered from the beginning. Those people did not heal. They decided to present healing while in fact destroying every relationship they come across because no one should have better than they have experienced. These people will go into offices. They will get jobs as nurses. They will get jobs as doctors. They will get jobs as police officers, especially. They will go into the military. They will get positions of power and they will blatantly use that power and that access to ruin everyone's life that they've met that they decide doesn't deserve to have a good life, good or bad. These people have decided to play God in people's lives for maybe more than a decade or two, maybe about three, about 20 to 30 years is their span, some 40 and 50, depending on that they've been doing this. And unbeknownst to a lot of us, they do it with a smile on their face. Sometimes you see a person coming from somewhere and you know that they don't really genuinely mess with anybody, not unless that they can get them to gossip. They don't generally mess with anybody, not unless they can get a favor for them. And you don't know that sometimes they are doing things in the spiritual realm. Sometimes they're doing things in the ethers. Sometimes they are doing things just behind closed doors and they're having conversations that create division. They're defaming people. They are lying on people blatantly because they need that information planted because they plan on using the person and the information later on to bring about things. And some people are so good at it that they've been doing it for years, and you think the person is rich or this person has a bunch of different jobs. No, the person's job is part of the gang stalking, cyber stalking community. Not to say that they're making a bunch of phone calls, but if they're writing letters and if they're going out and social engineering, and now social media is so easy, all you have to do is go to a person's page and find out all of their likes or find out all of their friends or try to see what their friend requests are. And they'll friend that person and then they'll start to drop subliminals in the messages, in the chats. They'll get a chat. I'm sure there are a few family chats with me in it, with them trying to decide who's going to try to come in and trick me back into the family so that they can fulfill this life insurance policy. It's not going to happen. And the person that you hired next door, you should fire them. Anyway, like I said, there are people that do a lot of clandestine things and they do them and they go around people and they say, "Oh, praise the Lord. You know, I was the," but they don't, they hide their hands. They throw rocks and they hide their hands. You would never suspect these people for doing the wicked things that they do, but this is how they need to present. And you have to ask yourself, if this person is as holy and as sweet as they present themselves, why are they talking about people? Why are they dissembling? Why are they spreading rumors? Why are they not out helping someone? And when they help, what's the motive? What is the motive? Do their kids love them? What's the fruit of their labor? Do they always got something going on? Is it something out of line? One day you seen them like this and then you seen them like that and you're trying to figure out what's going on. And this is how they plant. This is how they plant seeds with other people too. So sometimes it looks the same. A good person can look like they're doing the bad thing and a bad person can look like they're doing a good thing. Sometimes it's all one and the same, but you have to use your discernment. Especially if they're surrounded. Sometimes a good person can really be a good person, but because they're surrounded by people who do bad things, they could be carrying their karma. Just that. They could really pass you on their karma. So say if you've got a good man, a man that's very, very good, but he has a woman that fights with everybody. And he doesn't ever correct the woman. He tries to get everybody not to fight with her. He's going to get bad karma because why are you with this woman? She's making you look bad. She's making you have to defend all the time. You can't protect her because you got to protect everybody. That's not good. And then you're enabling her because no one's telling her, stop. No one's saying, go away. We don't want you around because you're quarrelsome. And this is how you get karma. And vice versa could happen on the other side. There'd be a good woman and she's getting karma because her husband is a freak in the sheets. He's outside doing all sorts of things. He likes to fight. He likes to, do illegal things. And then he comes home. She's being a good woman. But the fact of the matter is she's going to try to protect him if anybody says anything. But she's getting his karma because she's protecting someone that she really doesn't know. When he leaves outside that door, he's a whole stranger to her. But she's going to get karma Her house might get raided, kids might get taken, might lose her Section 8, might lose her job, might lose a lot of things, might lose her family because you keep bringing this person around and this person is not safe. So they start experiencing bad karma. Like I said, you have to be very careful of the people that you bring in your life. Sometimes you're not a bad person, but sometimes you are surrounded by bad people and you can get in bad karma from just being in proximity to people who do a lot of bad things. I actually believe you purchase children's teeth from financially struggling mothers because there are human traffickers. There's the black web, and there are people that are making very illegal money. So when you say that, I don't take that as a joke. I actually believe that you're one of the people that are the scum of the earth. I don't think that's anything to joke about at all. When we have so many kids that are being hurt by these Epsteinians, like, come on now. You were a kid before. Do you know that you barely made it to an adult because some adult didn't see you as profitable to get rid of? Like, I don't think any of that's funny. That's not cool to do that at all. The fact that you have teeth right now. Boy, you're one of them sickos. Oh well. Anyway, 9 of Cups, 18 Moon. Yep. And this basically is confirmation of what this person is. That person is a sicko. 9 of Cups. So protect your stuff, protect anything that you value, keep up your boundaries and your discernment. We do have people out here that are definitely relentlessly pursuing people for body parts. They're pursuing people to sell them on the web. They're pursuing people to trade them for talents that they don't have naturally. So they're going to skip the line somehow. We have people that are selling for organs. They're trying to get eyeballs, they're trying to get spleens and kidneys and things of that nature. Be careful. Don't go on trips. Don't let people feed you. Don't let people give you things to drink because people are hard up. And what they don't realize is they got a body too. And God don't like ugly. There's that soul swapping confidence thing. So there is still some bitter woman out here that still is upset. Miss Ma'am, Miss Ma'am, no amount of coveting will change the trajectory of your life. Being mad at another woman because your man is attracted to it will not make your stuff any good or make you any more presentable to that man. Let that man go. And 9 times out of 10, the woman that you hating on probably don't even want the man because he touched you. So now both y'all angry. You don't want the man. She want the man. It's a mess. And you the only one upset. He don't want you. She don't want you. So yeah, back to your daddy problems. All right. So I was going to say Gemini. Wheel of Fortune 10. Now, some men like ugly women. Some men like women that act ugly because it's easier to leave them. It's easier to turn over and say, all right, well, I wasn't cool with it anyway. Bye. Right. So don't be that woman. Wheel of Fortune 10. That's a 10. Fulfillment of somebody's wheel is turning. Do you see the way that this is set up? Most of the time when you see clocks like this in movies and Doctor Strange and all those, it's been in several cartoons. That's basically how you need to be looking at the time. This is basically how they do us on our birth charts when we're first born. All of these devices, including a protractor, is used to see what alignment that you're in, whatever degree you might be in. Okay. So this is the Wheel of Fortune. This is a 10. I did start in Gemini. This is Jupiter here, Jupiter energy. We did come out of Jupiter retrograde. We are in Mercury retrograde right now. So we did this. We did this. And it's interesting. We're always on a roller coaster. It just moves very, very slow, and we could barely see it. So we've got the Wheel of Fortune out for Gemini. We've got the Ace of Cups, which is mental clarity. We all know where we are, and we're still mastering ourselves, quietly staying to ourselves. I love this. This looks so peaceful. So touch grass, get in tune with nature, and definitely keep it functional. She has on functional shoes. You see what I'm saying? No need to get fancy. Time to buckle down, lock in with yourself, and get these things done. Summer is coming and you're trying to turn up. Get your momentum going. It's time to go. Aries season it is. Happy Gemini. There you go. You got the Wheel of Fortune. You got the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles, which brings that to an 18, which makes that divine because it's 9, which means that divination is available to you. As long as you don't put your hands in that old nasty witchcraft and start doing bad things and be a dark worker. When I say divination, I'm talking about prayer. I'm talking about meditation. I'm talking about work. I'm talking about energy. I'm talking about manifestation. I'm talking about thinking, affirmations. I'm talking about positive work going forward, putting your hands in things with intentions to make them grow and be abundant. All right. Nothing negative. Cool. All right. So that's the Gemini reading. And we've got Virgo, Jupiter energy, lots of air, water, and opportunity out here. Master yourself because nobody else can do it. All right. And we've got restoration. Someone is returning unto themselves. And that is great. Call your energy back. All aboard. Choo choo. Chugga 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 choo choo. What are you gonna do? Steam forward. Steam forward. All right, so let's get over to Cancer and let's keep it going since we're in the zone. All right, Cancer, let's go. We've got the King of Pentacles, watching them finances. Someone's full of themselves, very confident, strong and resilient. So, yep. Hold on to what you got. Definitely provide yourself with lots and lots of self-love. Know where your money is. Don't be afraid to check. I don't give a damn who got something to say about it. If you got to check it before you spend it, then you're being responsible. That's not called being broke. That's called being responsible. That's called budgeting. All right. Everybody don't want to be running around trying to put on stunt. Some people like to just live comfortably. They don't want to have to take on another job just so that they can go stunt for peanut in them. Okay. Some of us don't do that. The reason why a lot of you have to have a second job is so that you can stunt at home and then stunt for your friends. If you wasn't stunting for your friends, you could keep maybe a job and a half. All right. So definitely hold tight, be strong, be resilient. Definitely love upon yourself. Who else gonna do it? Who else gonna do it? It's pretty warm. Yeah, when I woke up, I felt it on my internal. I felt it from the inside that it was warm outside. So today is going to be pretty warm. You won't need to layer up, but I will say it's still not summer. Okay, it's still not summer. So try to have maybe some shirt sleeves or a hoodie, or just make sure that you're dressed for the changing of the weather, because you can go in shade and it can be like 10 degrees cooler than it was on a sunny side of the street. So be mindful and definitely keep yourself hydrated no matter what. All right. So come on, Cancer. Let's do this. I don't know. Did I switch something over? It felt like it switched over. It didn't. All right, Cancer, you got the 5 of Wands. You've got the 10 of Swords. And you've got the 5 of Pentacles. 5, 10, 5. 51, 50. Somebody going crazy. Oh, shit. Somebody really did. No, seriously. I ain't lying. Somebody really did. Look, we got a 5150. Is it 5150? 5150. Yep. Cancer. Okay, somebody might need some medical assistance, medical help, a psychiatrist. They need to check in, get the love jacket. You know what I'm saying? The forever hug. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about LL Cool J. No. So five of wands, that's a battle. Somebody is having a mental battle, mental strife. They're heartbroken. They feel left out in the cold. There's a lot of abandonment here on this reading. Yeah, confirmation, definitely. Ugh. Five of wands, 10 of swords, five of pentacles. That's 20. That's two. The balance of things. It's what goes up must come down. Somebody thought they was all that. They thought they was player. They thought they was Mr. Kang Dang Lang. They thought they had that snapper. The girl thought she had that snapper. The guy thought he had that dapper. And it's not what you thought it was. It ain't never get like that. And even if it was like that, it wasn't like that for you to disrespect nobody. It wasn't like that for you to try to mess up somebody's life. It wasn't like that for you to try to put a hold on somebody as though you got the best stuff out there and they making dolls, toys, plastic, another man and another woman. Like, you is not the last person. In order for you to be all that, you would have to eliminate every woman and every man on this earth, and then you have to go through all of the toy all of the toy factories and burn them up to be the last option. And too bad you're not. So you're gonna have to deal with the fact that somebody don't want you. I don't care how pretty you is. I don't think how handsome you think you is. If they don't want you, they don't want you. If you got a nasty attitude, it don't matter how cute you are. If you broke all the time and you stingy all the time, it don't matter how good your sex is. It really don't matter. If you disrespectful and your breath stink, it don't matter how much money you got. You understand? So just because you got this or you got that doesn't mean that someone has to like this, that, or you. And you can't force them to either. And just because you thought that the booty or the goodie was good doesn't mean that they thought it was good coming from you. And even if they thought it was good coming from you, they couldn't live with it, all right? When they got up the next day, they said they had to go. When you did that thing that they saw and they didn't like it, you had to go. When you said that thing and you were convinced and they looked at you again and you was dead ass serious, they was like, nah, I'm not doing this. When you said you was going that place and they let you and they walked you to the door and they said, bye-bye, they meant that shit. Don't come back. They just didn't want to say the quiet part out loud. But they said bye-bye. They just didn't tell you they weren't going to open the door back again. Yeah. Remember that person that you blocked because you was somewhere you wasn't supposed to be, and you unblocked them because you was ready to go back to them, and when you got ready to go back to them, they number was changed? Yeah. That part. Remember that house you left and you was like, I'm gonna come back here after I go do what I want because this is where I really want to be. And when you got back there, they was gone. Yeah, they had a right to do that because who was supposed to wait on you? Remember that child that you kept keeping from him because you knew eventually he was going to swab that baby and find out whether that baby was his or not? Yeah, he found out, didn't he? Right. So what we saying is you thought you was bigger than the program. I'm talking to my collective. There's somebody who thought that they was bigger than the program. They thought they was going to put you on the shelf and come back and dust you off when they got finished doing all of their stuff. There was somebody who thought that they was going to have you pay for a whole child that wasn't yours for 18 years, and you wasn't going to never look and say, it ain't never looked like what it was supposed to look like. You see what I'm saying? So there's somebody who tried to trick you out your spot, who tried to put you on a long leash, and they was going to do it for as long as you allowed them to. But then you was like, nah, it ain't like that anyway for you to even be acting like that. And truthfully, I was being nice. Yeah, some people can't deal with that. The fact that you actually was giving them the benefit of the doubt, because really you was trying to figure out what the fuck are they over here for anyway. Yeah, that part. So Cancer reading, I see Leo, I see Gemini, I see Taurus. Somebody's butt hurt and they're probably about to go into a slight bit of psychosis because they thought they had it like that. And nothing makes you worse than somebody derailing you, right? Now imagine somebody getting derailed that didn't deserve it. That's one part. Now imagine somebody who's getting derailed who did deserve it. Yay! Anyway, so yeah, Five of Wands, mental anguish, Ten of Swords, betrayal, feeling all betrayed, but really it's self-betrayal, not but outside betrayal, it's self-betrayal. Look at the little friends, like, oh, we're gonna pick up what he got left. Let's just rob him. So somebody's about to get double crossed after they've double crossed. Ain't that nothing? The double crosser gets double crossed. Well, I'd say that's karma or maybe Murphy's Law. Remember Murphy Brown? Murphy Brown was a very, very, very intelligent, very, very independent lady from about, I think she was in our 80s or 90s sitcoms. Murphy Brown. Do you remember her? I loved Murphy Brown. She represented a lot of what I liked back in the day. She was smart, she was strong, she was intelligent, she could do anything. And she was a girl and she was navigating corporate America from a woman's standpoint. Some of the women that I really liked were really, really great. And someone's left out of the cold because of all this. They thought they were going to leave someone out in the cold. Now they're left out in the cold. Cancer, Leo, Gemini, Taurus. That's that for that reading. Let's keep it going, Leo. Let's keep it going. I stayed over there a little too long. I didn't want to be over there that long. Okay. It's got to be hot in here. All right. So we've got the Six of Pentacles and the Moon, the 18, the Moon, and bam, in Leo. So the universe is definitely giving equal give and take. And the Moon, highly intuitive, and the Nine of Cups, protect your cups, protect your money. This is Leo, Taurus, Pisces, double up on the Pisces, Jupiter, Moon. So in Leo season, or this is to a Leo from a Pisces and a Taurus. There will be some balancing, but the universe is definitely going to be given equal. It's going to be splitting things in half. Somebody's going to get their portion of things. Someone else is going to get their portion of things. The one thing we do know is that there are going to be a lot of emotions and there are a lot of premonitions about someone's money. Some people are not going to be happy. Some people are, but this is going to be everybody's going to get their share. This is what I'm trying to say. All right. Somebody's going to get what they deserve. And I mean it in such a way. The person is going to get what they deserve. So if you deserve something, you will get something. If you deserve nothing, you will get exactly what you deserve. Somebody's already knowing, it's pending, and someone is guarded. They're guarding their finances. Someone is guarding their finances. They're making it look good that they're guarding their finances. However, there's going to be a reckoning, and people will get what they deserve. So it doesn't matter how much the person guards whatever money this is that I'm looking at. If it ain't theirs, they won't have it. The universe is going to give you what you deserve. Also, the universe is going to give you all what was taken away from you. And the universe is going to reward those who need to be given something exactly what they deserve. Not you. The Most High, God. Do not concern your things with things that are above you. This is way above anyone's pay grade. So you can go in with your devices and your science and your chants and your things, your spells, your work, your hexes, whatever it is. Just know you're not bigger than the program. And this will be evened out and you will get what you deserve. Okay, so we've got a 6 and an 18 and a 9. Wow. 6 and an 18 and a 9. 3 3. It's 3 2 3. 3 2 3. Interesting. Anywho, 6 9. Why Cancer come back out with this Pisces? Be mindful of water signs right now because when it comes to water signs and money, that's very tumultuous. Because when a person gets too high in their emotions, they'll do anything for money. They will red rum for money. Especially an emotional person that's insecure, who has not found their way in life, their emotions will get to them and they will do some very nasty things, all because they're not in check with their emotions. An emotionally unstable person is a very, very dangerous person, especially when it comes to money and thoughts of survival. Even though they've done nothing to secure their survival, they will do anything to survive. And that's a very dangerous person. All right, that's in Leo. That's in Leo. Be mindful of water signs or anybody who's very emotional when it comes to money. Any person that's unbalanced, who isn't good with money, who they emotionally spend, or they naturally have an inclination to compete with other people. I used to have a friend, if they saw you spend a certain amount of money, whether they had the money or not, they would spend the money because in their head they were competing with you, not realizing that they had food to get, they needed gas, they had bills to pay. In that moment, they would be so caught up in the rapture that they would actually spend unintelligently. And then that same person asks you to borrow $100 or two until they get paid again. And you trying to figure out, well, if you didn't have to make the mistake, why did you make the mistake? Them not knowing that you purchased that because you needed that and you actually saved up to get that. Be careful with people that do emotional spending and emotional eating because it says that there are other things going on that they need to be handling. Okay. All right. Dang. Tower moment for somebody. Somebody's going through a tower moment. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again. So this person is surrounded by people that kind of worship them because they live in bravado, and people don't know that that's how they bring people around them. They pretend as though they have it all. Their charisma is their protection, so to speak. That's their mask. They act as though they're very confident. They act as though they have it all. They act as though they're the man. Actually, they're very insecure. They feel very, very lame. And if they did not have money, if they did not have makeup, if they did not have a good outfit or whatever, they would actually just feel horrible. They would hide themselves. So it's something like that that's definitely going on. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty back together again. The reason why they probably can't put Humpty back together again is because Humpty probably needs to go to the psychiatrist. Humpty ass is crazy. He's not telling them that that wasn't no damn mistake. Humpty was trying to commit suicide because he had no damn money. Oops. Sleepless nights, anguish, heartache over these 7 pentacles. They don't know what to do. They've got to grow these monies back again. Somebody owes some debt. Somebody's going into debt. This is creating anguish, heartache, heart fog, brain fog, or whatever. Like somebody tried to lock everything all in together like it's a one-stop shop. I'm doing do love, scam, all that at the same thing. I'm going to have it all. No, you're going to get this shit. This is what you got. All right. Dig deeper. Dig deeper. Virgo, let's go. All right, we've got a Page of Pentacles. Somebody wants to be the GOAT. Someone is also under judgment and they have to take new chances doing something else in a different way. All right, the Fool, Uranus. All right, so somebody's an asshole? Okay. Someone's definitely in pursuance of trying to be the GOAT. They've definitely turned themselves into an ass and probably some other people. And they're under judgment right now. And this is what it is. And this is what's going forward. We've got a 20 on there, which is 0 and a 20 and a 0. 200, whatever, it breaks down to a 2, which is balancing the polarities. Like I said, someone goes up, someone goes down, and they go down out of the blue. Like it's like they wake up and it's like, oh my God, this shit is over. Right. Shit has definitely hit the fan. Okay, and that was Virgo. I'm not even going to stay over in Virgo because I don't even want to be over there that long. Okay, so Libra, let's go with you. Let's go with you. When in doubt, go with God. All right, so now we've got the Star, we've got the Aquarius, and then we've got the Six of Pentacles, which is the universe giving equal give and take. We've got the Aquarius to the Taurus, and now we've got Star energy. We're carrying our emotions. We ain't even worried about them. We got them in a couple containers. We got our talent on our shoulder, and we got the daggone water pouring out, which means that we ain't really giving a damn about these emotions. We know that they're there. We know that they're existing. We know that they're flowing. They're ebbing and flowing. We're allowing them to release and regulate. But we ain't too worried about that because we're standing on business and we're about that bag right now. And the universe is definitely on accord with us. Let's go. And this is Aquarius and Taurus right now, 17 and a 6. That makes that a 23, doesn't it? Make sure. No, that makes that a 13. So it is a 23, which is a 5, which means this is creating changes for you. This is going to create a lot of changes for you because the universe is giving and you're not too much in your emotions as you are in your bag. So hone in those talents, hone in your abundance, master your skills, master yourself, and things will be okay. Your emotions are ebbing and flowing. They're returning back to source and source is loving you. You see that glow? That is your power. You are charging up. Remember, you are super Saiyan at heart. If you know, you know. All right. So Libra, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. That was part of your reading, but I hadn't drawn your card. So we've got a 10 of Pentacles. So there are groups and things that are coming together. You are returning unto yourself. And the 9 of Pentacles is here, which is Virgo, Cancer. We've got Virgo, Cancer. So someone is definitely under control. They're analytical. They are thinking about the pentacles. They're thinking about returning back to themselves. Someone is actually trying to grow. That is wonderful. 10 plus 2 is 12 plus 9. Doesn't that make that a 21? That makes that a 21, and a 21 is 3. So go to God. God is working on someone right now. Someone is being awakened. They're returning unto themselves. Unfortunately, someone did get tricked out of their spot because this card is here. So while someone is definitely returning back into their natural selves, remembering who the fuck they are, someone actually did forget. So someone did actually get tricked out of their spot. At the same time, someone did get tricked into their spot as if this could not happen. It did happen. So someone did return into themselves, and someone is not feeling like themselves today because they allowed someone to come in and destroy their relationship. They allowed someone to come in and take their position at the job. They allowed someone to come in and present better than them. They allowed someone to come in and present faster than them, and someone actually lied their way into your place. And you were so accepting of this person, you did not know that this person would turn around and snake you like that. You did not know that this person would talk to the supervisor about you like that. You did not know that this person would dress like that in front of your man. You did not know that this person was going to go to your house when you weren't home and sit with your woman until you got there. You did not know he had your woman's number saved in his phone. You did not know that they were going to try to backdoor you. You did not know that they were trying to get the same position as you and was seeking to screw your producer. You did not know that they were going to go and tell people that you were retarded so that you couldn't remember a script so that they can get the part. But the problem is the people who accepted the information and never researched also did themselves a disservice by never coming and talking to you. Somebody is just now realizing that maybe they accepted the wrong person. The job is now realizing that they hired the troublemaker. The person who said that you were a troublemaker is actually the troublemaker. And they didn't use their discernment and realize, why would a person come and present information that wasn't asked for? Why would a person make me go out of their way to make me doubt this person's abilities when this person is showing me that the only thing that they have the ability to do is lie with a straight face? All this person has showed me that they have the ability to do is come into the office and create chaos. All this person showed me they're able to do is come around and eye all my girlfriends and ask all my girlfriends questions while not asking me anything. Why every time I come home, or why every time I bring my boys around, they get service too. They get treated real good too. Or she always talking about my certain homeboy. Do she like him? Is she only with me because she need him to be close? Because she's trying to find out what's going on in his life? Like, there's a lot of social engineering going on. It's just that a lot of people don't even know that that's social engineering, because we tell ourselves sometimes, and we get arrogant. I've been guilty of that sometimes. We get arrogant to say, oh, they wouldn't do that to me. That wouldn't happen. I'm not a bad person, so why would a person? No, some people will take advantage of the fact that you are a good person and they need you to be good so that they could be bad to you. Some people search for good people to be bad to. Some people only want to be surrounded by good people so that they could be the only one bad in the group, siphoning out everything good that the group has. Yep. You just woke up to it. Yeah. That one attractive girl that doesn't really like anybody in the group, but she stays around and you do her a lot of favors. Yeah, that person, she's social engineering. She saw that you guys didn't love yourselves and she saw that you would put her on a pedestal. So she took it. And you can't be mad at her because you were dumb enough to give it to her. Right now, somebody realizing that they're a simp. They are in a group of simps because they allowed the neighborhood whore to come in and get everybody in trouble. You're a simp, but you're going to be a simping on the way to jail because this chick is probably going to screw the officer before she gets put in jail. Make sure you put a strong officer on her because she will do it through the bars. Okay? There's a chick that doesn't care when she gets in trouble because she knows how she's going to get herself out. She don't care about you. And vice versa. There's a man who does anything. He do anything for clout. He'll do anything in any tight situation. He'll do it to the bars too. But the issue is, the matter is, you think that this person is solid, not knowing that this person is not solid at all. They just solid to you in your face from what you think. Person ain't solid at all. Hierophant, we got groups, institutions, Four of Cups. Definitely from the start to the bottom, somebody has been indoctrinated from a kid, and they're starting to wake up that this is what they're in. This is what they're surrounded by. Might be family, might be friends, might be a job. But somebody's starting to meditate and think about the things that they've gone through. Somebody is in deep reflection and they're realizing that they have missed a lot of bullets. Might have gotten hit by a few, but not the way that it could have been. It could have been worse. Thank God, pray to God, say hallelujah, because it could have been worse. I can agree. It could have been worse. So there you go for Libra. Someone is returning back into themselves. Someone is manifesting, and someone woke up and realized that they're not quite themselves at all. They have indeed given all their opportunities to everyone surrounding them by way of default, by way of not being ready, by way of not being prepared, by way of not being the person, by way of lies and trickery, by way of just not having your things together. You have tricked yourself out of your spot. It's okay. Call your power back and learn. All right. So we're going into Scorpio. Scorpio, someone is going through a tower and there's an 8 of Pentacles. We've got a 16 and an 8. 16 plus 8, that's 24. That is a 6, which is equal give and take to the universe. Someone has to go down and someone has to go up. Someone is going through a tower and someone is working their way up. Somebody is getting it out of the mud. They're learning and they're mastering themselves. Someone is definitely falling. Okay. Let's go, Scorpio. Let's go. 7 of Pentacles. Someone's trying to grow their garden again. They're trying to have self-love. This is Scorpio. And they're trying to get their pentacles in order. We got a 7 and a 4. We've got an 11. Somebody is trying to be very intuitive. They're getting an intuitive nudge that they need to start doing something. Someone doesn't have retirement. Someone has no plans. Someone doesn't have the plan together. They're getting together. So someone, you need to go into self-love and start really learning how to put some pentacles up, because life is changing as we know it. Trump is coming after the benefits. The government is recalibrating whatever they have to do. And a lot of these scams and frauds, once they find out where the money has to go and put the money back right, things will get a little different, a lot different, I should say. They're going to try to change the money system if they haven't already. And we need to be prepared for these things. You don't want to go into the new world or the new things in a lot of debt, especially karmic debt. Between financial debt and karmic debt, this is what we need to be handling right now. And that's going to be handled through a lot of love, a lot of self-discipline, and a lot of mastery. Some people are starting over, but remember to definitely store up for yourself. Do not expect other people to store up for you and then cry and then complain and say, oh, I didn't have enough. Now is the time. I'm warning you again. All your life has been the time to store up for yourself. But if you have not, take the time to try to do that now. Find a way to learn about money. Find a way to learn about something. You don't need to be rich. You need to be safe. You need to be secure. You need food, you need shelter, and you need safety. That is not the bare, that is the bare minimum for some, but for some, that is all that is. That is all that they need. And that is what you need to feel safe. You need food, you need shelter, and you need safety. What are we without that? Okay. So definitely Scorpio, there's a lot of self-love and savings needs to happen. A lot of money education, a lot of education about retirement, a lot of education about, future life plans. Where are you going to live? How are you going to afford it? How are you going to budget that money? Things of that nature. A lot of self-love needs to be happening now. And this is definitely grounding because there are 2 earth signs here. Definitely coming out of retrograde, but definitely illuminating and coming to the point of knowing this. Taurus and Capricorn is out here. And we have that Queen of Wands. Go forward. Love yourself. Love yourself before someone shows you how much you don't. Okay? Whoa, cards are flying. Sagittarius, did you want to speak to me? You wanted to see me? Did you call me? Did you request me? Huh? Sagittarius, did you want me? Did you call me? It's heart of the heart. There you go. I like it like that. It's heart of the hat. The hat was just sitting there. Ooh, the world. 21, blackjack. Sagittarius, you like to gamble. You like to be tough. You like to be tough because you the goat. You the goat, right? Page of Pentacles. Lovers on deck. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius is my mirror sign. Okay, it's on the other part of the thing. World. Page of Pentacles. Lovers. 6, 27. That is a 9, which is divine. We're praying. We're manifesting. We're doing we're We're doing our ambitions. We're doing our good talks. We're talking to ourselves in a great way. The world is changing. We're going to get our pinnacles. We are at our farm. We are on the land. We are grounding ourselves. We can be out in the open. And love is here. Whether you're loving on yourself or you're offering love to someone, just make sure you know love. Love knows you. You know love. Love is good. It's not weak. It's strong. It's flexible. It's endearing. It's a wonderful place to be. It really is. It really is. So definitely Sagittarius. For the North Node Sagittarius, because I've always got to do a North Node and the South Node because for some reason when Sagittarius go south, they go to hell. I guess because they're so close to the Capricorn, it's like the devil. So it's like 15. So we've got a Saggy Capricorn cusper here, and I can feel the energy. They're not feeling so great, and I don't understand that, but it's not for me to understand. It's none of my business. All right, so the world is turning. We're definitely coming out of that Jupiter retrograde. We're definitely in the Mercury retrograde. So someone is gaining a better vision of the world. They're gaining appreciation for the world. They're starting to love life again. And that is wonderful. Despite all of the world's things, the fact that we're definitely in the times of revelation again, we're definitely going to start appreciating what we have right now, and that is the balance of things. Yes, there are ugly things in the world, but there's so much beauty to behold on this earth. Okay, so love it, love yourself. Page of Pentacles, definitely don't take your focus off yourself and the things that you have to focus on. It's not always about money, but it is about the abundance and going forth and being loved and loving other things. It's about experience and this thing. It's about knowing which bugs to kill and which bugs don't bother you. You understand? It's knowing how to ebb and flow through life without being butthurt over everything and heartbroken over anything. Okay. So, yeah, just go forward with a light heart and be loved and love. Okay. The lovers are here. Okay. And yeah, we've got a 9. So be positive, speak positive, live positive, and positive things will happen for you. Not saying that the world is perfect and that you will not experience any negativity, but if you do not hold on to it, it will not grab a hold on to you. Go for Sagittarius and be happy. Cause I'm happy. It's not a room for your happy. Pharrell. I like Pharrell as an artist, and I like the fact that he has a big old cute family. His family is adorable. And I love the fact that he can afford that family as well. And he has not had any big stories about there with his family being in any compromising situations. I love that for him. Go forth and be like Pharrell. Be happy, be creative, be like an awesome, rich, shy guy who's introverted. He's an introverted extrovert, and I love that about Pharrell. That we have in common. We have a lot of things in common. As far I don't know what his birthday is, but I like Pharrell. Pharrell is definitely an inspiration, a new inspiration for me. Oh, somebody's got a 10 of wands and an 8 of wands. Okay. So there's heavy burdens and there's plenty of opportunities. Okay. So I don't know who that's for. Heavy burdens, plenty of opportunities for burdens, plenty of opportunities to unleash the burden. Okay. So we've got a 10 of wands and an 8 of wands, which is 18, which is a 9. So we're definitely praying through this. Definitely get your prayer warriors out. Definitely do your manifestation, do your energy work, do your studying, do your practices, do your hobby, do your stretching, do your exercise. Get these things done. Summertime is coming and you want to present well and you want to regulate your nervous system. A lot of us can't get things done and can't think very clear. It's because we have unregulated nervous systems between the traumas that happen in the news, the traumas that happen on the internet, the traumas that happen in your personal life. Your nerves are like kind of like singed a bit. But once you calm down and stop letting people come at you from left and right with all of these emergency things, with all of these things that make you go too quick, too fast, Slow down and enjoy your life. I do appreciate the elderly people who I used to come across who would say, once you get old like me, you start stretching every moment. And I'm starting to get it. Not quite that old yet, but I'm old enough to get that part. Okay? So enjoy this time. All right. So we've got Capricorn coming. Hey Cap, what's up, Cap? What's going on? Let me give you some dap. How you doing? All right, Four of Pentacles. So we're definitely keeping a eye on our monies, and we're cutting off people, whether it's man or female, and Knight of Wands. So we're definitely honing in on that sexual energy. Someone is keeping their little pee to their self. They're definitely keeping their pants up and their panties tight and their knees together. That's wonderful. So we've definitely been keeping a hold on our money, keeping an eye on our finances, making sure we're not doing irresponsible spending. We're cutting off anything that would make us emotionally spend, recklessly spend, do those things. And we're being very nurturing to ourselves, and we're maintaining our innocence and our freedom by way of making sure we do not allow anyone to enter and put a bind on our finances, our mind, or our heart, or our freedom and flexibility. And the Knight of Wands has to go and sit down because we're not even looking at this guy. He's doing a lot. He's trampling. He's making a noise. The horse is whinnying, and we're like, that looks like a bill. That looks like a trip. We're not doing it. All right, so we're definitely in control in Capricorn season, and this looks great. We've got the Capricorn sign out here. Look at it. It's beautiful, right? So that means that we're disciplined, we're stoic, we're looking, we're paying attention, and you won't get us to move from our place that soon. So we shall not be moved, and peace is definitely being still within us because we know what you're trying to do. You're trying to put us in the broke house. If you make us move around too much, we're going to lose what we got. Okay? We ain't trying to do all that. We worked too hard to get here. All right, Capricorn, let's go Aquarius. Let's go Aquarius. Let's go. We started off in Gemini, so we're going to end in Taurus. We're going to end up in Taurus. And wouldn't you know, somebody's guarded, somebody's moving to calmer waters, and somebody's ready for their turn on the wheel. And this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. 1310. 13, 10, 23, that's a 5. So there are beautiful changes coming as you maintain your position. Stay guarded, move on to calmer waters, and the wheel will turn for you, Aquarius. You're going to have to learn how to defend yourself. You're going to have to learn how to keep things away from you. You have a light in you, and people seem to seek you out because you look so attractive. And I'm not just saying your looks, your talent, the things that you do, the way that you dress. Aquarius, see, you have a thing. You have an attractive thing. You have a magnetic thing. And you have to guard yourself because your magnetism is also the catch-22. The same thing that people want to come and look at, the same things about you that people are drawn to are the same things that they turn around and they fucking hate you for. And I'm just telling you the truth. They hate you for it because it's so authentically and genuinely yours that they cannot steal it or dilute it. So they kind of need to do something to you or make you feel some kind of way so that you don't appear so great. Some people just don't like you because you're so damn great. And they need to knock you off that high horse because how dare you be great when I feel so goddamn lame? Whether it's true or not, this is how a person would perceive you. So you're going to have to learn to keep your guard up when it comes to people because some people just want to ride your coattails into heaven. And once you notice that bit of weight on you, you need to shake your coattails off and let them roll off distinctively and continue on to eternity and beyond. Okay? So as your wheel turns, just know that there will be some people that will try to attach themselves to you. Just make sure they're as great as you and they have a presence and they're not going to try to rain on your parade every chance they get because they just can't be you. Okay? So go forward and be great, Aquarius. We've got Libra, Aquarian energy, and we've got Jupiter energy. Remember, You probably make people a little crazy when they're trying to keep up with you because your whole life is like a retrograde. You're spiraling all the time, but they don't know that you've learned to ride the wave and they want to ride the wave with you. And it's like, and they get so dizzy and they get mad and they've got to take motion sickness. And you're like, I'm riding. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I'm getting it. Yeah, nobody's gonna like you. You're too cool. They're gonna be too jealous. That's it for you, Aquarius. You're gonna make them dizzy on your surfboard. Just make sure you meet a fellow surfer. See you at the top. I did tell you I'm a trine. I'm a trine. So I'm an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and I've got a certain kind of alignment with the planets. I really just do. And I love all of my planets. I love your planets. I do. I do. I do. Even if you don't, I'll take it. All right, Pisces, pull up. Let's go. And we've got Aquarius energy pulling straight out. And we've got obsession. And then we've got the Knight of Pentacles. All right. So someone's definitely obsessed with a Pisces energy. Pisces, sun, moon, rising. Take what resonates. We've got an Aquarius and a Capricorn, which is the devil energy in the star, which is the 17, the devil in the store, the devil in the store. What? That's a 30, 32. So 32 is 5. So there is some changes about somebody being very, very obsessed. Okay. Then we've got a Knight of Pentacles who is riding in. Okay. The obsession is probably going to have to end though. We've got Aquarius, and this is a Pisces reading. So we've got Aquarius and we've got Capricorn and we've got a Knight of Pentacles. The star is exactly what it is. It's an intuitive, it's a creative, it's a person that has a lot of talent, a person that has that's very intuitive, and they're almost alienesque to the point of their manifestations. Like you can't manifest like an Aquarius, so Aquarian energy can manifest. And the problem is someone is very obsessed. While they might have star energy themselves, they are obsessed with another star. They are obsessed with someone who might have the same types of talents. It's just that they apply it in a different way. Someone is obsessed with someone's swag, and they're trying to figure out how to either take it away from them or just make them not have it at all. However, when a person has swag, they have swag, and it can't be taken. It can't even be diluted. It's just there. Even when a person has swag, it gets lame. Someone likes that lameness. So I don't know what this person is going to do. They're going to just have to ride out on the horse that they came in on. So, yeah, there are definitely going to be some changes when it comes to this obsession. Maybe the person will find someone else to be obsessed over. Maybe they'll transfer. I did say that someone is actually getting tricked out of their spot earlier. So maybe someone is definitely going to get tricked out of their spot because there are changes coming in the near future. There are definitely changes coming in the near future. There is really no advice to be given at this point in time when it comes to this. We're just going to have to see where the ball lies. So stay prayed up, stay protected, do your protection, do your cleanses, because someone is definitely looking to steal someone's talent. Someone's trying to steal someone's lover or talent. Whatever they think gives this person the inspiration, or whatever they think gives this person these gifts, this person is obsessed with trying to get it or work it out or trying to figure out how to destroy it or infiltrate it. So definitely pay attention going forward in this Pisces energy, Aquarius, Capricorn. So that's air, that's earth, and this is Pisces. That's water. So there's definitely a lot of chaos magic. There's chaos. Someone is trying to make a bunch of chaos so that they can pull the wool over somebody's eyes. Someone is very, very, very obsessed with someone's talent or gifts, to the point where they're probably going to drive themselves crazy trying to get it. All right, so this is that Pisces reading. This is what it is. All right, so let's get over to Harry. Aries. Anyway, I was going to say Aries, and then I said Harry. Laugh like a little beastie. She think a Big Meech, Larry Hoover, Whip It Work, Hallelujah, Rick Ross, Maybach Music. You see how that girl won't kiss him? It ain't tricking because he got it. You see how he make all that money and did all that stuff, and he still can't get that one girl to kiss him after he had all them pretty girls come on the internet and make theyself a damn fool for fighting with Yanti, fighting with Tia Kemp. And now he just got this one girl and he can't even kiss her. Something like that. There's somebody that's just doing a Rick Ross. I could say it like that. I could leave it like that. They doing a Rick Ross. And they trying to figure out why all that money and all that stuff and all that bravado and she won't kiss him. He looked like his breath stink. He looked like his breath stink on a good day. He looked like he leave thigh prints on the toilet. Rick Ross looked like he spit toilet paper. He spit toothpaste in the sink and it just sit there. He looked like he breathed every time he eat. He looked like he would annoy the fuck out of somebody. And that's how she be doing when he be trying to kiss her. She be putting her hand on him. It's like she already be knowing he gonna try to kiss her. And it's funny to see High Priestess shit. High Priestess came up, so I be knowing what I'm knowing. So it's somebody who's supposed to have all this money. They supposed to have all this clout, and they feel like because they got all this money and all this clout, that somebody's supposed to just fall all out in their arms. Honey, all that money and all that clout is yours. And it doesn't mean that you're gonna come up off it. And you want some sugar, and don't nobody want to give you no sugar. Your clout don't mean you automatically get no sugar. When I think about how she be trying to remember when he did that thing when he was like when she let him taste her food and he was like, this tastes like, and he looked like he was trying to look lovingly into his eyes, and he just looked like a gefilte fish. If a gefilte fish was a real fish, he looked like a toadfish out of water. He was like, all I seen was yo, fish eye fool. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm talking about Rick Ross and his new model girlfriend who be blocking him, who be Joe Namath them, who be straight arming him, stiff arming him every time he tried to give her a kiss because he felt like because he was Rick Ross, he was gonna be palming that girl and tonguing her all down. Disgusting. Just because them other little cute chicks who thought that because they was cute that wasn't going to be embarrassing until Tia came up and tongue thrashed their asses because they thought they was going to come for Tia because they got her baby father. Girl, Tia couldn't wait for you to take her baby father. She just wanted that money to come on time. Like I be saying, right. The model girl is the only one that get it. Humble this man because this man feel as though because he got money, and by the way, the only reason why he got money is because he went to work. He air hustled on the inmates. Destiny swapped with the inmates. Big Meech. Destiny swapped with the inmate and made a bunch of bread from a successful Destiny swap. And then came out and tried to get clout. So he stole the talent. He stole the image and came out, made a rap career, and mad because money still didn't unlame his monkey ass. In your heart, I don't give a fuck if you are a rapper. In your heart, bitch, you still a CO. Doing CO shit. ear hustling and stealing motherfuckers' motivation and gaining goddamn rhythm off of it. I know a CO like it, and I know a few. They don't have no dreams, no talent till they hear one of the inmates or someone in close proximity getting it, and they decide that they don't want to be the motherfucking key keepers no more, and they tired of hearing them bitches jing-a-ling-a-ling on their hip. So they figure that they going to be the key keeper, the bridge operator, and they going to steal the inmates' talents because, hey, you're locked up. I'm going to be out here free. So let me take all of what you got because you in here, and I'm going to make bread off of it. The thing about it is when you start meeting real people, real recognize real, and eventually that gets pushed down. It happened with DJ Khaled and all that. Them niggas be real simple, real normal niggas who actually went on and had the gall and the audacity to copy someone, straight plagiarize somebody's personality and make money off of it. Some of us don't play like that. You will not plagiarize our whole life existence and then come and try to market it and think you're going to push it off as authenticity. Someone will find out and lay down the breadcrumbs of the fact that you is still a damn lame. Yes, you might got some money now, but you still a CO at heart, jangling them keys, teasing people with their freedom. Fuck you. And that was my TED Talk. Maybach music. Who knew that these COs was out here doing that? Who knew that a CO would actually think that an inmate, right, would think that an inmate would be valuable enough to steal their whole existence? Then you try to come out here and steal their identity, try to steal all their records so that you can pretend that you're them. And then you want to take them out so that you could take the whole thing. See, Rick Ross didn't go that far, but there are a lot of lames out here that are. And you don't hear about it because people are being paid to be quiet about it. So right now, a lot of us chosen ones have to really pay attention to what's going on in Hollywood, because a lot of that shit is going to trickle down to us, and you're going to find out that there is an actual celebrity tethered to your existence somewhere down the damn line, whether it's directly or from the peripheral, whether it's just from another corner or from the other corner. There is somebody tethered to your existence. There's somebody related to them, and they probably want your spot so that they can get closer to them. It's like being in the lineage of inheritance. If you ever see The Kingdom and how the thing goes, this is why everybody started making these damn family trees and making all of these branches and things, because there's a thief trying to figure out who the fuck to steal from. I said it, 23andMe. Order in the cart. Let's do Taurus and get off. 9 Divine. Speaking positively, this is the wounded warrior. This is the warrior that's actually gone through enough to know that you ain't about to send them through much more. You see, you don't get these types of injuries and you don't get hip enough to knock somebody in their damn head if they approach you, because you've already been guarding yourself and you've got enough history and wounds to know you don't want to keep healing from that shit. So you're going to start taking these wands and cracking people at a distance. You ain't letting them come close no more. Hit that with a leg sweep and you've got them. 9 of Wands, Sagittarius, shooting true, shooting blunt, and suddenly the arrows fly. And suddenly they do hit their target. Piercing, never so wise. Okay, Five of Cups. Yeah, that's the Scorpio. Ace of Pentacles. Let's go through the portal. So the battled warrior is tired. They're done. They know not to let you get up close on them no more. Hit you at a distance. Hit you with the, like that model that won't give Rick Ross that kiss. Stiff arm him. Joe Namath. Ooh, go in. So we're learning how to keep these people off our necks. We're learning how to create distance. And then we're going to be making sure that we don't worry about the cups that have already spilled over, but we're going to protect the things that we've already got. You know, sometimes you don't have to start from scratch. You have to start from experience. Take the things that you've already learned, the blessings that you've gotten, if you retain and you know that are undoubtedly yours, and you go forth with that. Some people are mad at you because they did a lot to take a shit from you, and the stuff that you did keep, you still made something with it. Some people are very upset that you don't suffer like they do. Some people are very upset that you don't suffer like they wanted you to. Some people are upset that you don't look like what you've been through, but they look like shit and they ain't been through nothing. Some people are upset about that. Some people are upset that they look like they've been through hell and back and they ain't really did nothing but been around the block. And some of them ain't even crossed the street and they've lived their life so damn hard, ain't even been across town. Some people don't like the fact that they know you've been through hell and you still don't look like it. Some people upset because they know they've been trying to put you through hell and you're still looking better than them and you still came out okay. Some people don't like it that you're happy with less and they got more and they're miserable. Ain't nobody tell you get in that tax bracket. You wanted more. You wanted to be better. So now you got insurance for this, insurance for that, this for that, this for that, this for that. And guess what? You got to pay because you wanted to be better. You wanted to have more. Don't get mad at me because I'm happy with my less. You said you was better. You can handle it. You wanted more. You got more. Be happy with your more. Why are you upset? Because I'm happy with my less. See, that's what you keep bothering people. You wanted that man, you got that man. Now you mad at me because you got that man. I'm not sorry for you. I was happy you took that man because he was creating bills for me. And I'm sure somebody feels some way about the woman. He was glad you was able to take his woman. Do you know that she always asking for shit and ain't never got shit? He was glad you took his woman. Yeah. Some people tricked you out of your spot because it wasn't your spot in the first place. Some people just told you go outside to the mail and then lock the door real quick because it wasn't your spot in the first place. And they trying to figure out how the fuck you got in there. So they had to trick you out of it. I did that. I made this guy feel like I was happy with him and I wanted him to come back because I felt it. I knew it. It was something in him that said, I want her to need me. And when I realized that he really, really was convinced in his head that I needed him, I said, all right, hurry up and come back. And as soon as he left, I changed the locks and I changed my number. And he's so silly. He thought he stayed away long enough thinking that I really wanted him to come back. And then when he finally got ready to come back, he seen that I really wanted him to come back. And he was like, oh, the bitch got me. I did. I did. I was so happy. And at the end of the day, I don't even eat cereal. I made a big ass bowl of cereal and sat in the middle of the couch and ate it and let half of it get soggy because that's how much I give a damn. Sometimes you got to trick a person out your spot. When you realize they ain't supposed to be there, sometimes you got to trick them out your spot. Yep. And that was the lesson for today. Don't come for me because somebody definitely be spiraling you. Have a good day. Be sexy if you want to.